Hello, my name is Prime and welcome back to ATS Showcases, and today I'm going to be doing my very first look at the brand new JCB equipment pack for American Truck Simulator. So today we're going to be hauling this JCB wheel loader on our ownable lowboy trailer from here in Norfolk, and we're going to head down to Grand Island, but we're going to go through Columbus today. Technically, the delivery wanted us to go up to 275 and the 281. However, I wanted to come through Columbus, and we're going to just kind of go down to Grand Island that way and just explore the last few cities that we haven't delivered to yet here in the Nebraska DLC. And hauling this JCB wheel loader today, we're going to be driving this Peterbilt 389 that is powered by a Cat C15 engine. Oh yes, the return of the engine mods. It is a fantastic C15 engine mod, a Steam Workshop mod in fact, so I'll have the link for that down in the description below. I've done this mod a few times in the past, so I'll try to remember to put some of the videos I've done in the past up in the cards above. So without further ado, let's get this Peterbilt 389 rolling. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I certainly am. Great to be back here in Nebraska DLC once again, and with a bit of a twist. To be honest, this was not a delivery I was planning to do. I was, in full transparency, planning a wonderful delivery that was going to go from up here in Norfolk down to Grand Island. However, it was with a different truck and trailer combination, and then, the JCB trailer pack became a thing, and well, we've got a few goodies here in the truck to go along with the cargo that we're hauling today, and a bit of a surprise, and a surprise that I am always welcome to have, because it is fantastic to have more branded content here in American Truck Simulator, and especially with a well-known construction equipment brand like JCB. Yes, we are kind of doing a bit of a competitor thing today. A Caterpillar engine is hauling a JCB piece of construction equipment. I will admit it'd be nice to have some Caterpillar and other construction equipment brands here in American Truck Simulator as well. We have JCB, well, for those who have at least the DLC, JCB, and we also have Volvo. However, it'd be great to have some other ones as well, but that will come in time, I am sure of it. But I wanted to drive the Peterbilt here today, of course, with an engine mod. I wanted to bring that back. Been doing, of course, stock American Truck Simulator for the last number of episodes, doing the early access for Nebraska, and of course in the beta previous to that. And last episode, just wanting to make, to be honest, just doing another full-on American Truck Simulator episode, because the game has improved and the sounds on the brand new trucks, or at least the revived trucks, are quite good. However, that kind of goes on to one of the topics that we'll be talking about today, is the fact that I am sitting in a truck that really hasn't been touched for quite some time. And, well, we really need a Peterbilt rework entirely. The 389 and, of course, the 579, they need to be redone in American Truck Simulator. However, it'd be great to have some other Peterbilt models, because there are a number of really good models out there that, aren't in American Truck Simulator and would be fantastic to have. But that's besides the point. I'm sure SES Software is working on that, because the Peterbilt brand is one that really needs to be updated here in American Truck Simulator. It is such a popular brand, one that, the truck series that I'm driving right now, the 389, is one of the most customizable trucks, or at least most customized trucks in North America. You see quite frequently at the big old customized truck shows plenty of Peterbilts and Kenworths. Mostly W900s and plenty of 389s in the lot as well. To no surprise, they are absolute mammoths of trucks, but they are fantastic, reliable, and everyone just likes them. They are brute force kind of American trucks. They have that look. They have that sound. Overall, a good thing. Are we just going, or is that AI truck is he going left or what? I don't really know. He was just, I am kind of creeping out into the intersection. I am kind of bullying him into a decision, but that's neither here nor there. So this JCB pack, what does it get? Well, for those who own both American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2, you can actually get the JCB pack for both games for the price of one. SES Software has done a wonderful, nice little bundle on Steam, so you can pick it up for, it's about $6 for me being in the great old land of Canada, but it depends on where you are. The price may vary ever so slightly, but around $6 you can get the DLC verbatim for American Truck Simulator and or Euro Truck Simulator 2, but I highly recommend, if you do own both games, do the bundle pack so you get two for the price of one, because, there are 10 brand new cargo types that you can haul, this wheel loader being one of them. And there's a number of things, major excavators, different kind of dumper, basically little units, kind of looking pretty cool. The fast track tractor, very popular tractor indeed, which is really cool to be able to haul that, and a few other cool electric pieces along the way, some generators, good number of cool things overall, but it's the exact same to the Euro Truck Simulator 2 counterpart for those watching here on American Truck Simulator, obviously. So keep that in mind. That's why the 2 for the price of 1 deal is very nice, and I'm happy that SCS Software is not a cash grabbing company like some game developers out there. Not going to name any names, but for those who know the market quite well, you can probably think of 1 or 2 or a bunch, which is nice that they're not making you pay, well, upwards of $12, at least for me it would have been $12, for the exact same thing, just in 2 different games. I appreciate the fact that you can get a bundle deal for the sake of the content, but it's not just what you haul. You can also get some different decorations for inside your truck. There's a hat on the dash that I have today, there's a mug down there, there's a bag on the floor, plenty of JCB accessories, or at least a few to go around. There is a plushie. I don't think I actually configured that in the truck. No, I did not. I have a bunch of Goodyear stuff in the back. Full transparency, this is the truck I've driven before. I've modified it a bit, obviously, but it is a configured truck I have in my, shall we say, library here in the ATS Showcase save. So I did modify, obviously, the configurations up here, but I didn't realize I went full ham with the stuff in the back. So that's kind of funny there. So as we go through Nebraska here, kind of the final area, to be honest, of Nebraska that we haven't really, well, driven through yet, and I believe we're going into Columbus. Yes, we are. And for those who had a keen eye, you will notice that, well, Columbus was already discovered. Fun fact, me trying to figure out what delivery I was going to do for, I guess it was actually, I discovered technically for my original plan for this video before the JCB equipment pack released. I was trying to figure out a delivery I wanted to do, and, well, Columbus was one of the options, trying to figure out where I could get one, and so I quickly teleported there, actually just a little bit up ahead of me to discover the city so I could check out what was here. But I did not actually experience Columbus for that matter, really, at all, and it's really nice to be here. And that is fantastic indeed. Of course, hauling our GCB wheel loader all just fits in really nicely here in Nebraska. I'm happy to say that everyone seems to be enjoying it quite a lot. The Nebraska DLC, I think new content is new content overall, and it seems like you all have been enjoying, well, the content I'm putting it out, which was, well, first of all, huge thank you. All those videos on Nebraska, at least to date, and I'm sure will continue, have been doing extremely well in terms of numbers, but that's irrelevant. I am just happy to see that you all enjoy what I'm putting out, because that makes me happy, because I enjoy making them. So what goes around, I guess, comes around, right? But besides that, with the Nebraska DLC, it's kind of nice. At this point, we've done a lot here on the channel with it. We're going to start moving away a little bit from it. Once again, there is more to the California rework that I need to check out, but expect to see more JCB deliveries around here. I'm probably going to try and do one in California next time here on American Truck Simulator, so that will be quite neat indeed. But there's other areas, as I mentioned, of Phase 3 that I never got to in the early access phase, because then it was all hands on deck in terms of Nebraska and a number of other projects and things that I'm trying to get done here for the channel. But between things outside of doing YouTube and some of the, as I don't want to say it, higher priorities for the sake of videos and things here around the channel that I know you guys would enjoy, most certainly, I want to make sure those are done first. And there's been a number of things that have been slowing me down on a few other projects that I've got on the fly, but luckily those are very much near to release, which is going to be fantastic, and hopefully you all enjoy that. It's going to be a little different, but I think a little bit different is always good at the same time. Not something that will probably be consistent, but a little different is good here and there. So we're going to make sure that no car is coming. I really should have looked there, but a little bit of hope and a prayer, and we're good to go. So besides the JCB pack, there has been, well, the paint job pack, the sporting paint job pack, which I did not pick up again. I'll maybe pick it up, I don't know. To be honest, the sport paint job pack doesn't really appeal to me, full transparency, as much as maybe I was hoping it would. I was looking through some of the screenshots. It is a cool pack, don't get me wrong. Maybe not one that I probably use too often. I was considering picking it up anyways, just to show you all what it would be kind of like, but it's maybe not, you know, necessarily the same look I generally go for here in American Truck Simulator, and especially these showcase videos. Generally, my focal point is some other point. Obviously, the overall truck is a big one, but the paint jobs, I generally keep it pretty clean and classic. Generally speaking, that's what you all enjoy, but the oddball kind of crazy design is good too, but it's just the way it is. That's maybe not my cup of tea. I'll see. I may do it in the future. If you guys want me to, comment down below. I will definitely pick it up if enough of you want to see it. But besides that, with the JCB pack and that DLC release, there was another blog post on the Arkansas DLC, and one talking about the different scenic towns and, well, basically the scenic areas of the state, mainly, well, the towns, 8 of them, if I do remember correctly. And it is really neat to see the different scenic towns. And for those who may not know what scenic towns are versus, well, the normal cities that we talk about in blog posts and I would talk about otherwise or we deliver to, that is the big difference. The scenic towns, at least up until now, really haven't had any real play in terms of us interacting with them in an American Truck Simulator map, and this goes for Euro Truck Simulator too, but we'll focus on ATS today. You really don't have a whole lot of interaction with them. Occasionally, you may have a bit of a gas station or something like that, almost like kind of this situation here, where there's a little bit of development around here, but, well, not really a city. Now, I think we are actually getting closer, I think, to Grand Island. Well, indeed we are, because we have just discovered it. Quite a far ways out, but we have done it indeed. But yeah, it is generally with the scenic towns, something that, well, you can see the town name on maybe a sign or something like that, but you can't see it on the map generally, in terms of at least a name. It won't be, say, what we're going to here today was Grand Island. It's not a focal point, doesn't necessarily have, or it doesn't normally have any form of delivery point or cargo, shall we say, spawning point. Really, there is no interaction with it. It's just simply scenic and fills in the gap along the road and, well, just makes the whole state more realistic. Yes, technically it adds more cities and towns to the DLC in terms of what's been developed. Would it be fantastic to be able to deliver to some of these areas as well? Yes. Would it be nice to just say deliver to the corner store with a nice short box trailer? That'd be fantastic. Is that the reality? Unfortunately not for a lot of these scenic towns, but this is all to the sake of it. Nothing in the blog post mentioned that it would you know, have something like that, and going off of experience here in American Truck Simulator, it's normally not the case. Doesn't mean that that won't change for future DLC releases, because SU Software somehow manages to find brand new ways to raise the bar consistently, and maybe that's another level or another rung that they need to go up with the map DLCs. I think a lot of you would agree that having more towns and cities along or within a state is a lot better. I guess there's a bit of a give and take there as well, and I'm just happy overall to have at least some towns that, yes, they're not on the map per se in naming, and you may not be able to deliver to them, but at least driving along throughout the state, you will get to experience them nonetheless. So are they technically a formal city, if you want to say air quote formal city for us to explore? Well, no. Are they one that we can definitely still explore and drive through? Yes. Give and take. Is it, you know, some people's cup of tea? Yes. Some people's not? Well, that's also the case. Unfortunately, it is the way it is, and I'm just happy, once again, overall, to have at least some more towns confirmed for the Arkansas DLC. A DLC that is shaping up to be a wonderful DLC, just like basically every ATS DLC within, well, recent times and what we have right now in development. Things are just looking really good. We've got Arkansas. I was going to say Kansas. That is long behind us now, which is crazy to say. We have Arkansas, and we have Missouri confirmed as well. I'm sure more is on the horizon very soon, because often there is, well, we have 2 future DLCs confirmed right now. Often there are about 3 in the works generally, so there may be early teasing very soon for the sake of a new DLC. I don't know. That's just a bit of, I guess you could say, speculation there, but as a fan, I'd like to see more, and I think you would all agree. So it looks like we're getting down here into our delivery point, somewhere down off, well, I guess where the highway kind of divides back out. So that is interesting indeed. We'll head down here. I'm not 100% sure where or what company we're delivering to. Can't remember. I think one of them was a tailor. I can't remember if we were picking up from a tailor or delivering to a tailor. I think. It's either that or there's no tailor at any of the jobs, and it was a different one I was looking at. I do not know. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of random company names in my brain right now. Go back to the inside, please, game. I do appreciate it. It's just the way it is. When you're looking around to try and figure out a delivery that you want to do, where do I want to drive? What kind of cargo do I want to take? I look at a lot of company names, and I get a lot of different deliveries stuck in my head. And, well, this was the delivery that won out. Can I remember which particular depots it goes to? No. I wish I could. I don't have... I like to say that I have a pretty good memory. I generally recall things pretty well, especially here around ATS and different news and stuff like that, and I do appreciate everyone who comments on that ability. Trust me, it is not easy, especially when I'm trying to drive and to commentate and keep things flowing at the same time, because I don't really make notes at all. In fact, I didn't do anything today, so everything you're hearing is just me winging it. Very much so. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's just... I just lost where I was going. What was I talking about? What a long day, folks. Oh yes. Wait, delivery. Oh yeah, a lot of different company names. Oh man, nearing the end of a delivery, long day, busy. You gotta love it. But it's really, I really enjoy doing this, so that's why I do it anyways. I may be tired, I may be a bit, I may be starting to go a little bit crazy. Some would say I'm always crazy. That is debatable, and feel free to let me know, or not. I don't really care. Maybe for the sake of my my being self-conscious, maybe just don't tell me. If I am crazy, let me be. But oh man, it's bad when you make yourself laugh, but good at the same time. But anyways, it's one of those things that, you know what, sometimes I have my better days, sometimes I don't, and as I said, no notes, so I can lose myself pretty quickly in terms of where I am going with conversations, and that is an example of it. But that's fine. We're nearing our delivery point, whatever the company may be, in the roundabout way of saying I still can't remember where we're going completely. I think it was a tailor, actually. It was. Well, would you look at that? Maybe I'm not going so crazy after all. Well, that's pretty funny. All that just to say that, yep, we're going to a tailor. I don't know about you guys, and I mentioned this actually in a previous episode, that I feel like the delivery points have been getting a lot, or the notification for a delivery point has been a lot farther out. Normally it was when you were right in the delivery point that it would, you know, do the extra pop-up as saying like, please deliver to the designated area. That hasn't been the case recently. It's been very, very close, or very far out actually, compared to normal, which is interesting. It's fine. Not that it really matters, and I don't want to unload the trailer right now, please, game. It's interesting, that is not to say the least, but I'll take it, I guess. But just, if you guys have noticed that as well, let me know. Must be something new with the new UI and how 1.50 works, or maybe just here in Nebraska. I do not know. I'll have to go back to some of the other areas and see if it is consistent. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this episode. It was great to drive and haul well, this JCB wheel loader today, checking out the DLC. Highly recommend it if you are interested in different equipment for hauling in American Truck Simulator. It's just great to have different content throughout the job market. And also, I think there's some AI JCB equipment as well, kind of scattered around at some of the different construction depots as well, potentially. So that was kind of interesting. I believe I saw that in the videos that released for the DLC pack from SES Software. However, it's great to come back here in Nebraska once again. Obviously, we'll probably transition out next episode, potentially, depending on how plans go. And, well, hopefully you all have enjoyed it. So once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.